Oh, hey everyone. As you can see from my surroundings, I'm broadcasting to you from the beach currently. In all seriousness, I do really wish that I could be there, and I hope you're all having a fantastic time without me. Don't feel too bad for me because look at this view and this greenery. But hopefully next year I will be able to make it, and if it's the same time as the beach vacation my family plans, well, they'll just have to go without me. Love you guys and miss you.
Welcome. This is Last Week Tonight. I'm your host, Jared Jenkins, and we just have time for a brief update. And we begin with Georgia, a state you think so little of. That's not Georgia. That's DeKalb County where I'm from. That's Georgia. Multiple sources are reporting that a young black man was seen walking out of a diamond store in Alpharetta, Georgia. And if it didn't cross your mind that he may have been, I don't know, purchasing an engagement ring, then perhaps you do belong in Alpharetta, Georgia. And next, we move on to Silicon Valley companies with stupid sounding names. Now, you've probably heard the name of Klinkle, but there's a couple of other companies that you may not have heard of, such as Badoomp, Bought, Oak, or 5OC as they're named, and most recently, a company called DuckFox. DuckFox promises to provide real-life experiences with some of your favorite influencers. So, for example, I suppose you could play basketball with Kobe Bryant. He's not really doing much nowadays. Speaking of Silicon Valley, we move on to hipsters, or as I like to say, homeless couture. Now, hipsters have brought us some of our favorite pastimes, such as vinyl records, sneakers from the past, or even clearly Canadian. However, one hipster in particular is taking things to a whole nother level. What he's introduced is a new concept called nostalging, or somehow going back to your high school girlfriend. Of course, however, the notion of nostalging doesn't work as well for people as it does for products because people change. We all know that everyone changes except for Donald Trump, who was recently fired from the Willy Wonka factory once he found out his boss was indeed an illegal immigrant. However, Mr. Trump, I would like to thank you for providing us with one of our favorite pastimes, Nerd's Rope. It's like giving a blowjob to a unicorn. Quite magical. And now, this. And now for our main story, the gender gap. And please, get your mind out of the gutter. I'm not talking about that gender gap. The gender gap has typically been talked about in terms of wages. For example, women receiving less than men on the dollar. And that is an issue of concern. We shouldn't be excited about the fact that women are starting to make as much as a man does for comparable work. That's the equivalent of rewarding your teenager for no longer wetting the bed. Hey, Joel, it's about time you became a man. It's about time, Joel. But the issue of the wage gap has often trumped the issues of women progressing to the C-suite. According to a recent study by McKinsey & Company, 45% of women enter the workforce. 32% make it to a director level. However, only 17% make it to the C-suite. Although some women choose to remove themselves from senior level positions to pursue more time with family or loved ones, saying I do shouldn't be considered a scarlet letter. The only time you should be judged for the color red is when you're consuming a Mountain Dew Code Red, in which case you're a horrible human being, you shouldn't be raising your family, and you damn sure shouldn't be running anyone's business. All this to say, no one should be judged for raising a family. Not men or women. Lord knows you can turn on television almost any day and see men doing something stupid. See comments about Donald Trump's Supra. But nevertheless, they're still allowed to run for president or run a business. Equality, however, starts at home. A marriage should be treated as a leading actress category, not a supporting actress. Or perhaps it should maybe be treated as a co-anchor on a television show. Which is why I'm inviting Kimberly Lynn Smith to be a co-anchor of Last Week Tonight. Hashtag equality, hashtag Marry Me, Kenny. Oh my goodness. Let's see here.
You gotta get some more space.
You know, 15 years is a very long time. It's probably the least expected thing or unexpected thing ever. I know we talked about it for a while. We've been doing shopping, all that good stuff. But, now, to make it official and ask you to spend the rest of your life. Gotta be true to form. I had to check it. All right. Contacts out. That is not the end of the video. So this thing is time. All right. Glasses. And lastly. Kenny William Smith. Will you spend the rest of your life with me? Marry me. Hold up, the video's not over. The video's not over.
I just stopped my video. Alright, push play.
There's one more piece. Oh gosh, it's been a long day. Oh God, this shit is horrible. It tastes like it tastes like ants were like in a blender or something, and like I don't know. Like the first time I couldn't come up.